Hello, hello, hello. I am back from my little vacation, and I am excited to read some One Piece. I'm actually a chapter behind, so I'll be reading two chapters today. I think I'll upload them on subsequent days, though, so look forward to the next chapter tomorrow. But first, we're starting with 1063, My Only Family. And I realized that I misunderstood something in the last Jerma adventure chapter of the cover page arc. I thought it was like Caesar Clown had unleashed some, devastating gas or something that froze everything over like this. But it might be Aokiji, perhaps, coming to abduct Pudding for some reason. Maybe for Pudding's strange clairvoyant powers, her ability to read the poneglyph. Because right now, as far as we know, there's nobody in Blackbeard's crew that can do that. And as far as we know, Aokiji is working for Blackbeard, which is, of course, just a very odd kind of aspect of the story that hasn't been explored too much yet. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what to make of this. It looks like the Germa arc will certainly interfere with the main plotline. I'm sure something will come of Pudding being abducted and then the other Germa members rampaging across the seas once more. But I don't know. I'm not really sure what. There's still like so many cards in Oda's hand. And it seems as the end of the series approaches, he's going to have to start throwing them down with some velocity. So let's dive into the main plotline, which is also super exciting. So they all gorge themselves on the food machine. Sanji will be mad. Yeah, that's probably a good point. Junpei. No, I always look like this. No, I'm just a big boy. This is good. So yeah, it seems like the different Vegapunks have pretty wildly different personalities. This Atlas one is super friendly and just kind of wants to hang out and show the crew some cool stuff. And it's unclear like what the real Vegapunk, if such a thing exists, what his perspective is going to be on these pirates. We still don't really know what his motives are overall, just that he works for the world government, which could be for any number of reasons. I love this. All the food scattered around on the ground is so good. And the Recycoli! I love the Recycoli! That's so cute! I need to get back to my job. Violence. What kind of job is that? And then with her... I don't know if I should use her, there, it's, his, whatever. With Atlas's strange holograph interference gloves, they can go fight the weird alien dragon thing. It's a research lab. Maybe they're researchers. Okay. So everybody's coming out of the woodwork now. Now that I guess things are for sure safe. And is it safe? I don't know. Were they wary of them before, or was it that Atlas showing up and beating up the dragon was some sort of signal? Because I don't know. I get the sense that everything here is like working like a machine. Not just the actual robots, but like the entire system in place seems like a bizarre Rube Goldberg type arrangement to achieve something. I don't know. So Luffy ends up in some outfit here. In the clothing machine. Nice, nice. Combat gear. Cool. I'm just gonna say, I really liked Julie Bonnie as a character. I think it's fun that she's super gluttonous and that she has this, like, age-changing power. And then she got this tragic backstory, and I'm like, oh man, poor girl. She's gonna suffer a lot. She's already suffered a lot. We're gonna have to see in excruciating detail how she suffered, probably. And so far, it just kind of looked like, more and more suffering was in the cards. So I'm really excited that she gets to have kind of like this fun, futuristic land adventure with the crew. Whoa! Junpei's shirt is so cool. He's just a dad. He's He's just a cool dad out manning the barbecue. Doing skewers, maybe. Ooh, maybe some salted fish on the grill. Yeah. Cute, cute. I see the bear. Whoa! There's a pacifista here, dressed up like a police officer, with this absurd, like, these badges and this belt buckle and the hat, the glasses. It's so crazy. It's so over the top. Luffy reads. He's gonna go aggro. He's already gone back to the food machine to get some pizza. Okay, okay. So again, as I'm saying, it seems like everything here is working as this weird kind of mechanical society, you know? He has all of these things and all of these roles, and it's kind of like, A, what is his overall goal? Or B, is it just sort of like making this weird societal terrarium that functions on its own almost? Uh-oh. Eating without payment! Theft of clothing! Oh no! Oh no! I thought it would be a utopian society, but no! Vegapunk's a fucking capitalist! Bruh! Okay, never mind. He's on the enemy list. Number one enemy. You've transcended scarcity. You've transcended the need to have this exchange. You can just give people what they want for free. And instead, no, you're trying to charge money? Man. And, the death penalty? That's absurd. Death penalty for stealing? Bro, even the Code of Hammurabi is a little more fair than that. And they figured that out like 5,000 years ago. Okay. Alright. Stop. Bonnie jumps in. Shooting a laser. Should at least get the punch up. Okay. Now, come on now, Bonnie. You should know by now. I think you saw firsthand on Sabaody. Or maybe she didn't. Maybe she skedaddled before that. That, there's a lot more Kumas than just one Kuma. That's probably not the Kuma. Just because he has a laser. In fact, the fact that he has a laser should really indicate that it's not your Kuma. He doesn't have his little paw print things either. You know, he's not paw fruiting. Paw fruiting? Foreshadowing that he was somebody's papa? Whatever. Okay. But sure, fine. This is a sudden mid-battle revelation. Oh, this lovely shot. Yeah, it's a pacifista. Oh, man. Really destroying a lot of the hard work Vegapunk put into this island. Like, I don't know. I had this real vision in mind of, like, just this quirky toy island that Vegapunk had made up that just kind of orchestrates itself and produces something. Scientific progress going boink. Shoutouts, Calvin and Hobbes. But its willingness to destroy huge chunks of the island just because they stole food? Come on. Okay. Whoa, Law back in the mix? Law fighting the Blackbeard Pirates? The Blackbeard Pirates on a more upgraded version of their old raft ship. The Z-ha-ha-ha, of course, is Blackbeard's signature laugh. We know it's him. We know he's right there. Okay. I don't know why we're seeing this suddenly. I don't know how this could be, like, directly relevant to our future island adventure. I thought we were just kind of, like, new arc mode. And especially at the start of new arcs, there's a sense of, like, really focus. Like, it's just about that adventure, which sets up a whole bunch of stuff. And then those things that get set up interfere with, you know, world events and what have you. What? Whoa. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. I need a minute. The amount of gender swapping in One Piece, when you really think about it, it's kind of crazy. Because there was Ivanka in Impel Down was swapping everybody's genders just for the hell of it with the hormone fruit. And then Law himself on Punk Hazard was swapping everybody's bodies, and with them often their genders. And now, an unspecified, some power, it can infect other people. And all it seems to do is swap their gender. We see gender swapped Penguin and Beppo and stuff in the background. Oh man, female Law. Whoa. I mean, Law was already big time hottie, but geez, this. Alright, what is going on? Also, this revelation that, like, even a power like this, which, like, transforms the body, and it seems like it's, like, a real physical thing. Law here overcomes with sheer willpower. For a reason. Okay, so this is Doc Q with the sick fruit. The sick fruit. Okay, so I assume that's just kind of like I can come up with arbitrary diseases. We knew about this guy for a long time. He's a perpetually sick doctor, giving out weird poison exploding apples to people as some sort of prank. Who knows? Real weirdo, real sicko. We don't like him. Chopper, I'm sure, is going to fight him disease on disease. Okay. Meanwhile, Van Auger, the sniper, has the warp fruit, which it seems like I can only assume it's just like kind of a nerfed version of the op fruit that Law has. But I don't know. It's not clear what exactly it can do. He himself seems to warp here, him and Jesus. He warps Jesus, and here we get a spread. The strong fruit power is unstoppable. So he warps themselves over. All these preposterous powers they've gained through hunting down devil fruits. No wonder the bounties just keep rising. So now, Burgess is like just arbitrarily strong, I guess. The strong fruit, I'm thinking, is there is no limit to your strength. It is preposterous. All of these fruits seem preposterous. Warping, coming up with any disease. This is wild. So I don't know, what is this? This is just a wild, random preview of the Blackbeard crew and how insanely strong they've gotten. Fighting Law's crew, who seems to have come to initiate the fight. Unclear. It's so cold. It's one ear. Oh boy. Okay. This seems bad for Law. This seems very bad for Law. Okay, first off, this idea, Doc Q always had the horse called Stronger that we saw him riding around on, and the horse looked even more sick than him, which I always thought was like a hilarious joke. And then that they fed the horse the Pegasus fruit power. So now it's just this flying sick horse that can barely do anything else. And then Blackbeard is riding on top of Doc Q, who's riding on top of Stronger. Oh, man. Okay. So it's Law versus Blackbeard pirates. I assume this will be something we don't really see a ton of right now, and maybe we'll kind of see the aftermath after the arc on Future Island, on Egghead Island, or whatever it's called. Blackbeard's plan of, like, I'm just going to wait on one of the islands. At least somebody's going to come by, and they're going to have at least some road poneglyphs. Makes a lot of sense. And it's kind of crazy that it was just the luck of the draw, right? It was just kind of fate that Law is the one that ended up here. It could have just as easily been Luffy. And at this point, I gotta think that Blackbeard's crew is, like, by far the strongest, right? Like, I would have thought that beforehand, but just showing off how much stronger they've gotten via the devil fruit collecting, how many broken-ass fruits they've acquired, really, really puts it in perspective. And I gotta say, I love the emphasis that this is putting on devil fruits. Excuse me. Because with, like, Hacky and everything, and just so many people having devil fruits, and so many devil fruits being, like, these weird kind of, like, quirky things, not like Boku no Academia, Hero Academia quirks, but you know what I mean, like weird things. The idea that like, oh, a devil fruit makes you stronger, you need a devil fruit to be strong enough to survive in the new world, kind of fell by the wayside. But it's kind of like reminding you, oh yeah, these things can be like broken. Like these things can be so friggin' strong, and like, yeah, sure, you can use Haki to overcome some of it, but like, my god, you're on the back foot against a broken ass fruit like the sick fruit or the warp fruit or the strong fruit. So I think Law is screwed here. Just kind of thinking about power levels, Law himself is very strong, but we don't really have a sense that his crew is really like broken, like that tier. Also, just from a narrative perspective, I've been reading a lot about wrestling lately. I've been reading the Bret Hart autobiography, which I really highly recommend, especially if you like Battle Shonen series, because it really gets into the narrative structuring of wrestling, how they book fights and events to build a certain narrative across a ton of matches. And in that sense, it is so similar to Battle Shonen. That it's almost like uncanny seeing these two kind of parallel artistic movements that are so different in their medium and in their aesthetics and in their audience. But then it's like, no, you know, they actually don't have that different audience and stuff because the appeal is the same and the way they go about writing a good story is the same. And what I'm saying here is that Law, he's a big-time babyface now. Everybody loves him. He's like near the top in popularity polls. He's super sympathetic. He really helped out the crew during Wano. He had a lot of funny moments, a lot of heartbreaking moments. He had a big triumphant moment beating Big Mom. And Blackbeard, of course, is our ultimate heel, having been built up since like chapter 200 as a major heel when he wiped out Drum Kingdom, and then, of course, solidified when he captured Ace. And having Blackbeard win here and hold the belt, so to speak, makes perfect sense to me when we're thinking about the actual end game of the series. So I have no hope for Law to win here. Maybe Oda will subvert our expectations. Of course, that's a big thing in wrestling as well. How to kind of keep the audience guessing. You never want a predictable outcome, but you still want an outcome that satisfies people too. Kind of holding that tension and opportunity in place is really, really interesting. And I don't know. Maybe Law can win? I want to let myself believe a little bit. Because I like Law. Especially Babe Law. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. We'll read the next chapter now, and you will see it tomorrow, so look forward to that. Bye-bye.